Hello everyone. So, hope everyone's well and hope everyone's blessed. So I'm just sat in the car and I'm waiting to watch a little fella play football. I'm going to wait till it gets closer to kick off before I step outside because it is cold. It is cold, boys and girls. An idiot has got shorts on. But never mind. No, I want to tell you I want to talk a little bit about the benefits I get from making videos, the benefits I get from talking about my mental health, the benefits I get from talking about my vulnerabilities and my insecurities, the reason why I do this shit, why I come on and talk on YouTube and talk about my vulnerabilities and my insecurities, the stuff that hurts Paul, the stuff that makes Paul happy, the stuff that makes Paul sad, all this stuff. When I come on here and I talk to this camera like no one's ever going to listen. I talk to this camera like I'm not going to post it. That helps me be real and honest, and speak from the heart. The stuff that I've got going on in here is enough to frighten the normal person, is enough to frighten the average person. I'll give you an example. So I was awake last night watching the UFC, didn't go to bed till about 7, half 7. I was on a real high watching that card. It was absolutely amazing. The fighting was outstanding. The results were wicked. Tom Aspinall, what a guy. Listen, everything was amazing. I goes to bed at half 7 this morning, couldn't sleep. I was on a real high. And then I just got riddled with shame and doubt and I felt like I had no direction. I started to worry about what if I don't fight again? What have I got to offer on this planet if I can't fight? And I suppose it's that fighter's mentality, that fighter's mental health stuff. Alexander Volkanovski spoke about it. When he's not fighting and he's got nothing planned, he suffers bad. He suffers with his mental health. He feels like he has no purpose and stuff like that. I got that going on this morning, and I was just laying in bed thinking, fucking hell, I'm a failure. I could have achieved so much more in the fighting world. You still can, Paul. What you're playing at? Are you going to fight again? Are you not? Oh man, and I just went through it in my head like a. And then I started to look at my missus and think, if I don't fight, it's her fault. Wow, and I was just thinking, fucking hell, it's no one's fault, Paul. Like, like this morning when I woke up about half 10, quarter 11, and that stinking thinking, that way of thinking was still on me. I had to really shake it off and think, do you know what, Paul, even if you don't fight again, you've still achieved a lot in life. My biggest win, my biggest battle that I've overcome is addiction and mental health. Fuck the fighting. Fuck what I've achieved in fighting. Don't get me wrong, I'll always be proud of it. It's something to tell the grandkids. But it doesn't define me who I am as a person. I'm a dad. I'm a loyal man to my woman. I'm a good son. I'm a good big brother. These are the things that matter more to me. These are the things that outweigh the goodness in my life from fighting. Like, listen, I've got fighting in this hand, which I'm very proud of, and I know it's a skill set that God has given me, but then I'm also blessed from God as well, whether I fight or not, with 3 beautiful, gorgeous kids and a gorgeous, loyal woman. I don't need to fight again in order to fulfill my life, in order to make me feel good about myself. Do you know what I mean? I've got plenty of stuff going on in my life to make me feel good about myself. I've achieved so many things in the fighting world on a British level. Like, it's something to be proud of, you know what I mean? And I think I've accomplished many. Even if I don't fight again, it's still a great accomplishment what I've achieved, in the K1 and unlicensed, and and how people perceive me as a fighter. I think I've achieved, and I've earned a label to be able to say, look, when my name is shot around in the fighting world, it can be shot around with a tiny bit of respect. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's enough for me. But my head will convince me, no one respects you, everyone's forgotten about you. Everyone thinks you're a fanny, everyone thinks you're a pussy. But that's my head. That's how my head gets me. Do you know what I mean? And it tries to convince me that I need to do stuff. I need to do stuff to prove people wrong. I need to do stuff because my egos and my pride is running the show and telling me, you must fight again. You need to prove these people wrong. No. Fuck what people think. Listen, I am one of them where I do care about what people think of me, but I've got to really work hard at not caring. I suppose one of my weaknesses is, wanting to be liked, people pleasing, trying to please everybody else and not wanting to say no to people. You know, I suppose that's one of the weaknesses that I have. You know, yeah, I'm a massive people pleaser. I don't like to say no to people. Do you know, if I can help, then I will. Do you know what I mean? But there's a time and a place, you know, and there's times where I've got to think, do you know what, this is going to put me in harm, or this is going to steal my peace. Maybe I need to say no here. You know, my missus is the perfect person to keep me grounded around this stuff, because she's always going, why are you doing that there? I say, oh, because I didn't want to say no. Well, you need to learn to say no, because this is going to affect us now. You know, and I think, wow, yeah, she's so right. You know, yeah, I mean, look, I've had a good rant there. I think I've said what I need to say. I've shared what I need to share. I hope I've made sense. You know, I do enjoy this stuff. It's very therapeutic for me. For me to be able to put on, you know, turn my camera on, speak to my camera, speak to my phone like no one's ever going to listen to it, no one's ever going to hear it. I'm not going to post it, and then having the balls to post it. You know, it does something to me. It's very therapeutic. You know, it's very honest. It's very real. You know, and it helps. It helps. For me, this is fellowship. You know, being able to connect with you guys, my followers and my subscribers, and then being able to flick through the comments and see what people are saying, see what people have said, you know, and seeing the support. Even the negative stuff keeps me going. Even the negative stuff drives me today. You know, I'm able to look at them negative comments, you know, who don't agree with me or disagree with me or have a bad opinion on me. And I look at them and think, yes, you know, like, thank you. And I mean it from my heart. Thank you very much, because at the end of the day, I expect that now. Where my first journey on YouTube, when I had to step away from it, I didn't expect people to dislike me. I didn't think anyone had a reason to dislike me. So when someone did dislike me, it hurt my feelings, you know, and I become a bit of a snowflake and a bit of a pussy, and thought, oh, why has he said that about me? I haven't done nothing to him, you know. But I'm totally aware now that, like, look, you know, you could be the sweetest, kindest person in the world and come on YouTube or come on social media and talk about, you know, something very positive and productive, and people will still pick that apart, and people will still tag you, and people will still have maybe it's a nasty opinion on you. I mean, a small minority of people, you know, you only need to look through my comment section to see that, you know, 99% of my followers and subscribers, you know, are very supportive, very uplifting, very humble, you know, and obviously can relate to things that I talk about, you know. Yeah. God bless, guys.